Hey guys, Mike here. This is the watch list video for Wednesday, August 10th. The daily chart on the SPY, look at that candle right there. That's today's candle. That's a very, very narrow range. So if you felt like there wasn't a whole lot of stuff moving, and the SPY was in a very tight range all day. Still, I thought there was some really nice posts in there. I'll highlight a couple. For those that didn't make it to chat today, NVAX had the gap down. I've got to go to 1 minute candles to show you the setup. Nish again. Nish in chat posted the idea back through 41. There's the opening 2 minutes. So it topped out at 40.94. He's just looking for a break of that whole number after the gap down. There's the 41 break right there. And I think it went all the way to over 44 at one point. So it was a neat little trade if you got that back through 41. Paid early, right? And then AERC was kind of an interesting trade, an interesting call. Nick C in chat, it's on my hot script list, as is Nish, by the way. Notice the volume coming in here, and I'm going to read you what he wrote, but topped out right here, 5 minute candles at 450, and the earlier high was 457. But if you look at the daily, and I'm going to take today's candle out of it, you can see what happened. There was nothing spectacular about the daily at all. I think the news was they got a patent, which typically doesn't run a stock, but maybe there was just some pent up short in this position, right? I don't know, but I can't believe with that daily. And so here's what Nick wrote. Nick even wrote, daily is obviously terrible, but some volume came in a little bit ago, and it makes AERC over 450 interesting to me. Well, then here's the 450 break, and it did that. That's one of those exceeding expectations plays. But anyway, what a great heads up, because I didn't have it on watch, obviously because of the daily chart. It will be on watch tomorrow now because you got this massive volume day and a pretty strong close, all right? But anyway, there are a couple neat calls from the chat room. Also, several people in chat pointed out FAZE. I think Kevin P was the first one, pointed out that it was strong, and then it kind of did this flag, and I think a lot of people jumped in on this break. I probably played 2 or 3 pullbacks in this one and fared pretty well with missing the breakout, right? I still had some really nice trades and some pullbacks. One of them scared me because it whooshed down so fast, although I got filled pretty close to the bottom of the whoosh, but the bottom fell out of it, and so when I got filled without even realizing it happened so fast, boom, next thing you know, I'm in the position and green right away, and I don't know what I took. I can't remember. 30, 40, 50, 60 cents or something. I can't remember because it freaked me out how quick the bottom fell out. And next thing you know, I'm up a nice little chunk. I think it was maybe like 50 cents. So I just took the whole position and took the profits. And I left some on the table because it ended up closing pretty strong, right? All right. Anyway, with all that said, what are we watching for tomorrow? This will be one of them, even though it's really, really extended. Anytime something moves like that, we're going to have it on a chart. HLBZ is just what I would call a recently in play stock. You had the big pop and then the gap up today and the reversal, but I'm still going to keep an eye on that one. Remember, I'm a day trader. I already talked about phase AERC. Told you I was going to have that one on watch again too. QBTS. A bad habit I've gotten into lately. I had this on the gap play watch list today. And then if you look, it kind of gave a neat setup, right? It tops out, there's the opening 5 minute candle at 1043, kind of does this sort of ugly cup and handle. But then look at this, back through 10, you've got the high of day above. That was a neat little trade. I didn't see it because I had it on the gap playlist, right? And then this was the opening 15 minutes, and I thought, well, I might as well use that chart for a different symbol. So I took it off a chart. Otherwise, I think I might have seen that. Anyway, what an impressive day when you look at how it went down, below 8, ended up closing pretty high, and yesterday's high right above that at 13.11. So it's certainly got a stacked catalyst scenario. I would point out that with this big move today, and look at the range, 750 to 1250, so it had a $5 range, still didn't get a million shares traded. So thin stock, but I am going to put it on a chart. HSCS had this big pop back here, and then yesterday another pop, and then today kind of a quiet inside day. Today's high 327. Maybe over that we start making a run at this one and maybe this one. So it definitely can move at times. So I want to watch that one. PLRX had the gap up back here. Somewhere in here, I think it had an offering, and even despite that, it's still curling up and pretty strong. So Pretty handsome looking chart there. MRSN, let me pan out a little bit here. Kind of a nice little breakout, closed right at the whole number 7. We'll watch for a follow-through day there. SSNT, 1.6 million shares, but that's more than it usually trades, which, sorry about that. So I'm going to watch for a potential setup tomorrow. It's a low floater, and those have been pretty, they've been moving pretty well. So SSNT goes on watch. MAIA had on bounce watch today, even though it put in a green candle and closed above its open. It did not meet any bounce play parameters, so I am going to put it back on bounce watch for tomorrow. AMTD, just putting this back on bounce watch too. It's, I mean, basically round tripped. It never deserved to be almost 13, but now it's in the 2s, and maybe we get a snapback, little short covering bounce. So I am going to put it on watch. BNSO had the pop here, then the big gap up. Now you got a lot of bag holders from yesterday and really some from today as well, but I am going to put it on bounce watch. MDIA, another one, had a nice move, and now it's like 4 days in a row, 5 days in a row down, right into the 20-day. I'm putting that on bounce watch. And then AEMD in the after hours is trading at $1.66 right now. So I'm assuming they had news in after hours. We'll see if it's still gapping in the morning. I'm not in love with this list, but the group's done a great job of finding stuff to trade on an intraday basis. So these are, it's a good starting point. We'll watch these. We'll add gappers to the list in the pre-market, and we'll watch for A+ setups as the day unfolds, right? I'm done babbling. We'll see you guys in the chat room.